Greetings, everyone. Future feature film director, the Rookie Critic here, going live and going to be talking about what the heck do you think that actors should be doing while they are in quarantine. But I'll be getting to that in a minute, so not right away. I'm going to start out just trying to tell you what I did today, I suppose. You can get an idea. I am still working on the Rookies Legends project that's set to release this July, and I'm hoping that all the filming's going good so far, and it's going great. Dang, it's taking a long time, though. It's taking its toll. But I've been hearing some stuff about actors lately, a little bit. There's the Tessa Thompson stuff. There's some Adam Driver. There's a couple other people just doing some nonsense, I suppose, it seems. But, I don't usually pay attention to what actors are doing or saying when they're just, doing their own thing, because I don't usually care, and I don't really care either. But the fact that there's no movies going out right now kind of makes me wonder what they maybe should be doing. And I don't know, man. There's a lot to do there. Now, hold on. I'm going to take a drink real quick. All right. So, yeah, it's nice Wednesday. I know a lot of people like to go live on Wednesdays, and usually we go live on the Fandom Collective on Wednesdays, but we're kind of resetting a little bit so that we can get our butts back in gear, and we'll be back to doing our Fandom Collective live streams starting on like May 6th. So until then, we're getting things figured out, and I am just filming my butt off with the Rookies Legends project. I put a link to the GoFundMe in the chat if you guys want to donate to it and be credited as a producer, but if not, that's all good. And I think I will share my screen, I suppose, so that you're not just looking at me while I'm reading off what's going on there. So I will get that going for you. Who should we start with? Well, okay. So I heard on the High Council the other night that Adam Driver, there's some people that were kind of pissed at him for saying something about the Marines a while back, saying that he joined the Marines after 9/11 because he wanted to defend the country. And people were kind of upset about that and thinking that he's anti-Muslim and he should be canceled and blah, blah, blah. But when I went to Twitter to check that stuff, like to see what people were saying about him, like all the horrible, oh, he's a horrible person, he's a dumbass, he's this and that, I'm only seeing people just giving him praise. It's pretty much, here's Adam Driver smiling. That's another thing. And just another pictures of him. Just, nobody seems to be making fun of him here, really. No more Adam Driver. The society has progressed past the need for Adam Driver. Oh, that's the worst one so far. Okay, that's a weird thingy. I'll say right there. I don't know. There's just all these things of people just saying that Adam Driver is cool, or that he's good looking, pretty much, is all these that I'm seeing so far. And what's this one? Anyway, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it seems kind of boring to look at, so I didn't really look any further to it. So, yeah, not really going to talk about that too much. Let's see here. Yeah, exit out of that. All right. Again, I don't normally solo live stream, so I might invite somebody in here in a little bit to have something else to talk about, because I do have some other things I was going to show you guys, but maybe I'll have my buddy come in and we can start showing some stuff. But regardless of the crazy actors saying some stupid stuff, they should be learning from Jason David Frank, aka the Green Power Ranger, Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. He knows how to do this right. He has a YouTube channel and he has an Instagram, and he usually does these live streams on Instagram, but sometimes now he's putting his interviews on over to YouTube, and he has a YouTube channel. And he interviewed Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel from Dragon Ball, some of the voices of the American versions of the Dragon Ball characters. He's had, who is that? A couple other people. They had Zack Ryder, which looks like a wrestler of some kind, and Tu Lamb. I don't know who they are. I'm going to watch these interviews sometime later today or tomorrow. And Jason David Frank also is trying to work on some fan projects. The White Dragon, the Legend of the White Dragon, is a Power Rangers project that he and some other people are working on, and that was, excuse me, that was actually canceled quite a few months back. And lately, I don't know how it got green lit, or if they were able to raise enough funds on their Kickstarter that they did for it, but that's going to be back on track soon. I don't know if they're going to start filming quite yet, because we're still in quarantine and stay at home and all that. So hopefully they'll be getting that off the ground soon, because he really loves to put his effort into fan work, and he is a great martial artist. He's got over 40 years of experience with martial arts, so he's the kind of person you want to see acting in roles. I wish that he was more of a mainstream actor, because he'd do great in a lot of roles where he'd be the kind of guy that does most of his own stunts, maybe unless it involves jumping off of something. But if it's like fighting stunts, he knows that he can do the choreography. He can make that look believable. He can make that look good. So I recommend people check out Jason David Frank for sure. And all right, yeah, and I also made a video talking about Jason David Frank, and talking about how he's had some crazy stuff. He was in, I don't think it was WWE. It might have been some kind of MMA. I'm not really sure exactly what type of fighting thing it was, where he fought a few people. He had some issues back with Jean-Claude Van Damme, who wanted to fight him. And they had some old things. So that was pretty funny. I show some of the clips in the video, and it links in the description so you can get the better version of the video. And just 1 second, replying to a text. Nope, I am good. Yeah, I spent all day filming today because the people that are normally in my house all the time, thanks to the quarantine, were able to leave for a little while. So I've been able to actually get some good chill time by myself. But instead of using that for chill time, I've been using that for film time, because it's hard to record while there's people in the house. Like, a lot of people might think that, you can, like, it's not just the embarrassment part of them watching you act when there's nobody else here and you're like trying to do lines as if you're a character, but it's not edited yet. But it's more if they're on their phone, or they're watching a video or watching TV, or they use the bathroom, the microphone can pick up that sound. So I try to, have people out of the house so that doesn't happen. Right here, what's up, Arclight? He says, how about shutting their mouths and realize that people have no desire to hear anything from them during quarantine? That's a good option. That is a good option, man. Oh, stop sharing the screen. I agree. That would be a great option indeed. I think that would help out big time. But most people can't keep their mouths shut, as we all know, especially when we have things like Twitter, where people's mouths seem to roam completely free, where people's mouths get to roam 100% unchecked. Which is fine, I guess, too. I mean, I can admit it's at least funny to see people post some ridiculous stuff here and there and say different things when they're online. But, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. While I send a link over to a few guys to join me, I'll play a clip for you guys for a comic book so that you guys can see what they've got cooking. I got to go to a different one over here real quick so that you can see them, and boom.
Wart the Wizard has 90 full-color pages of epic adventure. Wart has an experience bar and also an inventory to store items until he figures out a use for them. Every character in Wart the Wizard has levels and can be examined at any time. You guys are not going to want to miss a moment of the action.
Alrighty, and then another one. Let's see, Sunsworn, I think, is this one. All right, so, we can get back to the actor stuff in a little bit if you want, but I did have some other things that I could show you guys that I haven't really shown before, and I do have some old Star Wars stuff. Back in the day, there's these little flip books where they have like a little story that, plays it out as they go. I have this old Star Wars bin that I would keep up in the attic, and I've had it down here lately because I did some projects a while back with stop motion, trying to use the Star Wars toys to do them, and I got an old face mask thingy from back in the day that would fit a child. As you can tell, it's like barely bigger than the hand, so not really gonna try to put that on without trying to break it. Same with the little Anakin one, because we all like Annie. We all like Annie. And what the heck was this thing? It's like a goodie bag. It even calls it a goodie bag. Let's see what's in there, which was just a bunch of old Phantom Menace stickers, it looks like. from back in the day, and yeah, just a whole bunch of old-fashioned stickers of old Star Wars from back there, keeping them in the goodie bag and not trying to use those. I like to save these little things for nostalgia, and we can look back on those and go, wow, that was from way back in the day. Yeah, my mom used to actually work at a movie theater when they were showing Star Wars, and she tried to avoid watching it for a long time, but she came around. She ended up coming around. Oh, who's this? We got a little guest behind the backstage. Well, let's give him an entrance, shall we? Let's do it.
Lord, and fear no darkness! Arise! Arise, riders of Theoden! Spears shall be shaken! Shields shall be splintered! A sword day! A red day! And the sun rises!
Ladies and gentlemen, Black Meat Reviews.
Hey!
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. It's funny you hit me up earlier today about this stream because I was actually thinking about hitting you up just, off air, like we normally do, like a couple hour chat.
Hell yeah, exactly. Well, I was thinking about that too. So I'm like, you know what? I want to at least try to go live once a week and get back into some solo stuff, and then maybe invite people on every now and then. So why not just have you come on in and do that? You know what I'm saying?
This,
I was going to talk about actors, but fuck that. I'm showing old Star Wars stuff that I got. So
it's funny. It's funny because I was, you're saying that makes me think about when we started, the Rookie Corner and stuff, and I was like, you're like co-host kind of unofficially for months, it seems.
Yeah, that's for most of that. I had like 37 episodes of it, I think, and I think you were on there with me for at least half of those, at least.
Yeah. So Tony, walk me through some of the Star Wars stuff you got.
All right, yeah. So I got an old Darth Maul goodie bag that had a couple stickers. This one was from my brother that he got at a birthday party, I think. And yeah, it's got a couple of those guys there. Here, I'll change the screen maybe so that it can. No, that's stupid too. Whatever. Okay. So I got this thing. It's got a couple different stickers on there: Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul, which was pretty cool. And a Jar Jar Binks thingy in the center. Oh, another goodie bag, which I think we all love. Are you fapping? Just kidding. I can hear.
No, the clicking. It's funny you said the clicking is. I thought it was just on my speaker, but I guess it's picking up on the mic. I don't know why.
Okay, it's not too jarring. I was hearing it for a second. I'm like, was you chewing or fapping? That's yeah. I got an old flip book thingy. That shows.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
That shows the old, Jedi fight, but then also you flip her around and you got the old worm coming out of there. Get you.
I actually just watched episode 5 and 6 with my kids the other day. I've been, I don't know if I told you, but I've been binging the hell out of original Battlefront. I found these maps and I've been playing different classes, mainly sniper. And I don't know if it's because I've played Call of Duty and like harder games afterwards and gone back to this, but like I'm pretty smooth now with doing the blaster and throwing my grenades, reloading all that stuff. I'm like, throwing. It's a lot of fun, and it's funny because I liked Battlefront 2 more, but playing it now as an adult, I'm like, even though I can do episode 3 stuff in Battlefront 2, Battlefront 1 is way more quality, which makes me sad that I've like realized this.
Yeah, Battlefront 1 did have some good quality with it, I would say. I haven't played that one in forever. I usually would go right to Battlefront 2 and do Galactic Conquest 1.5 the time.
Yeah, no, it's a great storyline. I'm an instant action kind of guy since I've already played the story, but I have been replaying it. Just getting more context, being older, picking up on things.
Yeah.
But man, like the way I like how they changed up where it's not just conquests. You actually have like missions you gotta do, and you got limited people. But they made it where like blazes by too fast. So it's kind of a disappointment. Like just all these little things where I'm
True.
like, man, I love this as a kid. Now I'm playing it. I'm like, there's hardly any maps on 2. Like 1 is just, man, if they could have just put episode 3 stuff on Battlefront 1, it would have been
Mhm.
perfect.
That would have been pretty cool too. I think that would have been cool. Yeah, if they had a lot more of the maps from the prequels really in there, that'd help it. I think.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that pissed me off when I got Battlefront 2 was I love the do click when you're like loading into the map,
Yeah.
and then it's just like load screens in 2. I'm like, what?
Yeah, load screens
What
were
is
annoying. The load screens were annoying. That's true. I agree.
Oh my god! Like it's so fun playing Battlefront with my kid. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He just has fun playing Daddy game and it's Star Wars. But he'll just run a fucking straight line. He doesn't get how to turn, and he'll kill like 7 of his people, and but his team will win and be like, "I won, Dad." I was like, "Yeah, good job."
Good job, sport. You're not a murderer.
He's happy. You know, it makes me happy. He's happy with Star Wars. So
Yeah.
and, you know, with all the complaints we get in the fan base, like I still like Star Wars. So this is just making me smile more just thinking about all this and seeing what you got.
Yeah, this is a part of a poster that's folded and like into forts right now. So it's got the main cast and crew right there with the C-3PO, R2, Leia, Han, Luke, Chewie, and all that, and then Yoda and Vader, and it opens up to be this big ass one, I think. Oh, Jabba's face. That used to scare me as a kid, actually, seeing Jabba's face on a poster.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's
Mr.
funny
John
hearing stuff-
Joop and Juba. Nika.
The only thing that I can think that ever scared me as a kid, like that was normally scared people, was the alien facehugger. It still freaks me out because it's a giant
Yeah.
fucking spider.
Yep. That's not fun at all. I wonder what the chat thinks. Alpha More Doritos is in here. I still love that he changed the name for me because that's what I'd always call him.
I thought that I saw him in Snow Dub, and I'm like, wait, I thought it was like Dotios or something.
And not no
And I'm
more.
like, I guess not. Oh, he changed it.
Yep, not no more. What does it even say? Reading is for everyone. Okay, so it's not for females. Okay, cool. I like that. I like that. I changed the title of the stream from talking about actors. Like I was going to for a bit, but it's so boring. I'm just like, I got this old Star Wars stuff I could talk about. I'd rather do that. So
Yeah,
Change
man, I'm
the
loving it.
change the stream topic. I haven't actually. I was gonna make a video a long time ago showing off the stuff, but I might still do that. But can show them here. Why not? We got Keely Chow in the chat. Says some of SMG's Facebook posts are hilarious. He's talking about the actors a bit ago. And Alphamur says, "Good morning. How are you guys doing? How you doing, Angus?"
I'm good. You know, it's my Monday for where I work, so I do 10-hour shifts, but it's only 4 days a week. I just want to do overtime.
Mhm.
And staying out the kids. I went shopping and got a bunch of like good snack stuff for them, so I like really surprised them with nice. I actually there's this, you know, like the Gendy Turovsky, whatever, the Samurai Jack guy who did Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So they did a Clone Wars like statue series of that style, even stuff that wasn't like is after that timeline. They did in that style. So I got the Darth Maul one where he's like shirtless and he's like doing lightning in his hand.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool.
I had the Darth Vader one, but I finally flipped it. I got a 2-pack of him and the Princess Leia one, which is really cool. I flipped them and got profit finally, but it took a while on the Vader. But they did an Emperor. But yeah, they did the combo of her and her apprentice. I even flipped that one. Yeah, it's like when I had money, I was like hunting on eBay all the time, and like I'd buy something for $100, flip it for like $150.
Yeah.
But ever since Last Jedi, man, the Star Wars, even the besides high quality rare stuff like Darth Talon, Aayla Secura statue, stuff like that. Generally speaking, man, Star Wars is like it's a null and void kind of market.
Yeah. Is that what you really think, Angus? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Strip for me? No. Blue Twi'lek? Go to the brothel? Maybe perhaps.
Oh man, love Ayla. Man, oh dude, have you been watching Clone Wars? You know,
Not yet.
called it?
This chick's legs been weird, dude. But
well,
no, I haven't really watched them. Not quite.
I get it, dude. Season 7's been dog shit, but this last episode, they tie into episode 3. Like we're in the current timeline with like the movie. Like they've caught up, and they show like little quick cuts of like Ayla on Felucia, and it's like, oh no, she's gonna die. You know,
she gets railed with like what 80 freaking blaster bolts, like you know.
they shoot her when
No,
she's
no, no.
already like dead. It's like she's on the ground. You just see her body like twitching from the shots. Like this is fucked up.
I could see them like setting a torch to her and then like throwing a grenade on her. And if they see a leftover hand, they feed it to the Ackley on the planet. Like just freaking, and they shit it out, and then they plant the manure, and then they destroy the flower. Like just keep it going.
Awful. I'm not a Jedi. I'm a dark sider, man. But
yeah,
that's my girl, man. It's the beautiful Ayla Secura.
Do you like how this guy died?
I couldn't care a fuck about him. The only one that made me sad in the fight with the Emperor was Kit Fisto.
Oh, I know, right? I thought at least he would slash at him for a few seconds longer, like, at least.
I mean, no. I get what Lucas is trying to do. He's trying to show you like how badass the Emperor is. Where like these like top tier like high council members are getting murked left and right. Yeah. But it just makes them look like, I don't know, it's an editing thing too. He's like, oh yeah, we'll just have him get mowed down and then we'll have him face the black man,
Right. It's like if they came in with like 10 Jedi and there's only like 4 masters and the rest were like, mid-tier, sure, I kill them, annihilate them, right? Like that's fine. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I argue it's like, well, it's Lucas is what he wanted to do. I'm fine with it, but he could have. It definitely could have been conveyed better. Like I totally get what he's trying to say with like the visuals, but yeah, hindsight. But you gotta think too. A lot of us don't know how to judge film off of when they made them. We judge it off of 15 years or more after that film's already done. We're judging off of like Avengers movies and stuff. Yeah. John Wick, So I think at the time it's like George Lucas is so ambitious.
Yes. Do you recognize this guy at all?
Not really. No, I mean I've seen that character, but I don't.
I think he's literally one of the background Jedi that's in a shot for maybe 3 seconds. That's it, because I don't remember him either. But I remember he looked kind of cool when I got him at the store. So there was that. And there's Mr. Pinhead.
Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Dildo head, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh my god, I need to. A lot of the guys in War Campaign, they're not Star Wars guys, so like they're true comic fans. So yes. I'll have to offer that for like Star Wars memes. Like, hey, there's a dildo head Jedi.
My head is not a dildo. It is for ramming and Oh, it is a dildo then. Okay, never mind.
He looks, when he gets killed on Megiddo, he looks just so flabbergasted. Like, really, guys?
Is
that Mace?
Yeah, scream face.
Yeah. I got Mace. See, I turned 12 or 13 when episode 3 was coming out.
Yeah,
and I was cool with it, but I was kind of like, damn it, like I could have got a different, character. Someone got me, like, multiple people got me Anakin, where like you can change his lightsaber red. So that's kind of irritating. So I got 2 Anakins in my episode 3 set.
How disappointing. Yeah, I feel a couple Anakins. I have a couple Obi-Wans, a couple Anakins as well. Dude, I don't know if you could see the face on him very well, but he's like, eyes are closed, screaming. like he's getting jizzed on. No! No! Is it supposed to happen to me? No!
Remember my Remember my Star Wars Senate smear campaign ad?
Yes.
Where it's like Black Lives Matters, not to this guy. Someone got so mad when I shared that in the Star Wars group. I was like, "Hey, check this out," and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta tell you, I didn't like that." And I'm like, and I was talking to him, and he thought I was like really pushing those politics. I'm like, "It's a parody, dude."
It's hilarious.
He's like, "Oh shit!" Like it sounded so real. I was like, I thought it was like legitimately that angle. I'm like, no, man, I'm putting real politics into this fake campaign against Anakin.
I loved it. I'm actually bringing that up right now. It's hilarious.
It's on the Black Angus Archive channel.
Oh, I don't know if I'm following that one. Is it in the description of your last video, or on your?
No, just type in Black Angus Archive.
Okay. Black Angus Archive. Boom. All right.
I haven't really kept up with that channel as like a backup, but yeah, that's the idea.
I feel you. I made a backup one too called Rookies Cookies, and I haven't done anything with it yet. So I feel you. I feel you. All right. Let's see where you is at over here. That's funny. Funny. Black Angus, Anus, Dildo. Nope. Oh, our first podcast. That's great. Love that. I remember when you did one of your first live streams by yourself, and there was like 10 trolls that were just spamming the N-word.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was having such a kick out of that, but I ended up, like, when I was trying to get monetized, I nuked it. I didn't even prioritize. I finally just deleted it because I was like...
Right, you're kind of worried at the time, I think.
Well, yeah, I'm like, what is keeping me from getting monetized? Is it this Captain Marvel video that, like, they banned, Because I used black cartoons,
Tisk, tisk, Angus. Tisk, tisk now. Can you see the screen? Okay?
Captain Marvel. Thanks to Brie Larson.
Thanks to Brie. I just posted the tomatoes last night that I was watching, and I remembered us tomatoes sure can go down to the cinema now. Yes.
I knew what that was for.
Yes. We need to do another one at some point. Have another hillbilly voice. All right, let's look at this campaign against Anakin Skywalker from this racist here or something.
There's strife across the galaxy. Immigration is rampant and devaluing the Republic credit. The Outer Rim is now the Old West. The rich sit in their fancy opera houses standing on the backs of an enslaved galaxy. And guess who's there with them? Anakin Skywalker. Hi, I'm Al Umanari, and I'm running to represent Tatooine in the Senate for the first time in intergalactic history. I'm a veteran who proudly served in the Clone Wars and who stands for the intergalactic anthem. Skywalker's service records are sealed in the Jedi Temple and kept secret from the people. What's he hiding? Not only is he in bed with the rich and powerful, but what does Skywalker stand for? Black Lives Matters? Not to this guy. Integration? Not hardly. He's openly attacked our First Nations peoples. Don't even get me started on his views on droids' rights. Respecting women? Let him mansplain how he feels about that, if he's not assaulting them first. His expansionist endeavors have cost the galaxy trillions in middle-class tax dollars, with much more to come. But together, we can make a better tomorrow. I'll fight to revive the glass industry of Tatooine and get our citizens back to work. Anakin Skywalker doesn't feel the same. I'm Al Umanari, and I approve this message. This set is brought to you and paid for by the Glassmakers Union of Tatooine. We make sand bring.
Fucking love that.
You know what I looked up to find the pictures of that guy?
I forget.
I was just like, I was trying to find someone that looked, deserty, brown, and so I typed in like Indian guy, and I kept finding like this one, like most of them had like the weird copyright little watermarks.
Yeah.
But I found that guy without any watermarks, and there was like multiple ones of him like doing ad photos. So I just wrote, I think I told you this idea really quick, and it's funny because, especially back then, a lot of my videos were scripted completely.
Yeah.
It would take me like a day or so to like script and edit on my computer, but I did that one in like 2 hours, writing, editing, everything. It just flowed, and it was so fun, man. Like I miss those days with like that. There was a certain energy back then that we all had.
Oh, I know. Well, I think it was like a fresher landscape. There wasn't as much. In a way, there was still a lot of people on YouTube, of course, but the pond wasn't as full, I suppose, either.
Yeah, it wasn't as full, and it. now we're in this time where it's like everyone's got to cover articles or the hottest news. Everyone's becoming news channels instead of just regurgitating, instead of like trying to like say something or add subtext to film a new perspective or just be creative. And it's like to get seen, to get views, it's like you got you're battling with like, I want to make my own algorithm, but I gotta like work with what's there, you know. So
True. Yep, I do agree. Now, Angus, can you explain to me how hovering, like, why not just drive? Because, like, if they ran out of gas, then they'd be screwed, right?
I think they hover regardless of fuel.
Just regardless of fuel.
Some of the shipping containers in Star Wars just naturally hover. Like I don't think there's any like fuel to it. It's just the function. You have to like disable the equipment for it to like actually hit the ground.
Okay, cool. Well, if they get hit with an EMP, then they're going back to the Stone Age. They might as well be the Flintstones, because then they can just poke a hole out through their thing and lift it up and. That's what I was thinking of.
So you know, it's funny. I was just thinking. I was watching Empire Strikes Back, and I was playing. In episode 6 with the ATSTs, the Chicken Walkers.
Yeah.
And playing Battlefront, like I love the tech of Star Wars. I love like the Bug Walker in episode 2 and 3 of the.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it's the ATTE.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, really quick.
If Ancient One says, yeah. Yep, and Jen says, cheers, man. Thanks for the backup. Yep, much appreciated. No problem. It says Disney will be protecting Captain Marvel 2 even more. Mark of the belt. Yep, exactly. Yeah, not sure if Angus had to go to the can or not, but while he's gone, can you guys name who in the heck this dude is? He's another Jedi, I assume. I have no idea who he is or if he's even in the movies, really. I think he's one of the guys that gets slashed down when they go to the throne room, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I know it's Fistu, that one dude down there, and Mace Windu, of course, but that's all good. Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, these things will it's like just futuristic technology to the Flintstones. It's my it's my thing with it. They're just one malfunction away from being super futuristic to Flintstones. But yeah. You recognize that guy?
He's part of the attack on the Emperor.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I wasn't sure. He was too horny in the head. I couldn't tell.
Well, yeah, sorry. What I was saying about like Chicken Walkers and like all these it's like, wait a minute. I love the design. They're cool. They're iconic, but they're like, for the technology of Star Wars, they're so retarded.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You literally have spaceships, but you you purposely like go backwards in technology and make animalistic equipment. Like literally, if you take out one leg of an AT-AT or an ATST, it can't function. It'll literally fall over.
Yeah, you're boned. I'd like to think like a Mars rover is more advanced than a Chicken Walker technically.
Yeah, that's the thing too. This is what I was thinking. Like, for one, they were trying to just make something different in the 80s, but they had to continue that technology in the prequels and everything else in Star Wars. And so they have to show like a history to it. And before the clones had the ATTE, the six-legged bug walker, And they also had like the actual like giant cargo truck tank thing with like a bunch of wheels. One of my thoughts about this, at least how to legitimize it given the context of the saga, is the arrogance of the Empire.
Yes.
I think even though it's kind of stupid for the technology of its own universe, it kind of accentuates, because you went from 6 legs to 4 legs to 2 legs with the AT-ST, and it's like, did you not think like this would get taken out very easily, you know? But
Yeah, with the big ones, it's like turn around. That's gonna take 3 hours.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Is like they could use the X-wings to attack the AT-AT, but they're using these stupid snow speeders that luckily have tow cables on that they can trip them. You know, it's like we were talking about this like flaws, or if there's flaws in like Empire, and I'm like, not really.
I don't know. I feel like could be some type of flaws in Empire, but yeah, not any huge ones. It'd be really nitpicky flaws.
Well, but that's one of them. Is like you
Yeah.
literally like were like taking count of everyone's equipment and stuff, and the rebels are fleeing Hoth. You had X-wings that were like escorting each cruiser, so you could use X-wings instead of dinky snow speeders.
Right.
So, dude, Battlefront, the first Battlefront, the droidekas are the hardest thing in the game.
I know.
You don't know.
That's
how
true
many,
because missing a head. I don't know what happened to the head.
you don't know how many, like, just recently playing it, I've played sniper on Kashyyyk docks, and how many shots I've wasted just trying to take down their shields enough so then I could pop buster rounds and kill them.
Yeah, they're quite annoying, especially in Battlefront 1. Is that what you're saying for Battlefront 1?
Yeah.
Battlefront 2, I feel like they're easier to kind of kill, but they tend to stupidly lower their shields. And it's like, okay, boom.
Well, I think it's because they just time out. I think there's like...
Oh, yeah, they have like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, I think they just added a timer. There might have been a complaint on forums back then. I'm not sure. Oh, that's like the dog things that pulled the cart in Attack of the Clones.
Yep, and it came with the chain to Padme.
Aha!
Go leashed up and mid drift. Hell yeah!
Actually, I had all my toys on my wall, my collection in storage, and I'm brought them back out and I'm putting it back on the wall.
Yeah.
And luckily, I took photos of everything, so I know where most of my stuff. I got a couple new things, but I haven't really got new stuff in a while. But I got the Black Series Padme from episode 2. And, oh man, she's so sexy.
Oh hell yeah!
She doesn't have the ripped shirt, but I got the 3-inch figure from 2002 of that. But there's this really nice statue of her versus the Nexu, the cat thing.
The dog, the dog cat.
Oh, so beautiful. It's like $1,000 though, so I'll probably never get it.
Oh yeah, a little too much.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to pay like $500 for one even weight flight 3s, but it's like, man, like I got other shit to do. I'm trying to make a comic. It's really hard being fiscally responsible.
Yes, I agree. Give me hugs, Angus.
Nah, that is the worst thing at Star Wars. It's worse than pork. It's worse than Ryan Johnson's Ewoks. That's the worst thing at Star Wars to me.
His porgs and Ewoks, yeah.
No. Ewoks are the worst thing in Star Wars.
Oh no! Yeah, that makes sense to me. The only thing is, I wish that they were more brutal. I guess because that would at least make a little sense. But then they should still get their asses kicked by stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like one might question how I can like love Jawas but hate Ewoks. It's like they're both meant to be cutesy, but one doesn't like affect the total outcome of the destruction of an empire. Jawas are just little midget traders and scavengers.
Yeah, but it would make more sense though to have Jawas do something because they seem to be technically savvy-ish. They have their own vehicles and weapons and technology, so it's like compared to sticks and stones, Jawas would make more sense.
Oh yeah, that too. Like if you had the I don't know if you had off-world colony of Jawas on Endor for some reason with like pretty much no tech,
They're visiting their cousins.
But if
they're inbred cousins on Endor.
yeah, for whatever reason, if you had off-world Jawas on Endor, you could still have the cutesy aspect, but it makes sense. It wouldn't be such a stretch, and that's just the worst stretch to me, man. Episode 6 is such a masochistic endeavor for me because I'm like, man, maybe the Empire wins after all. Maybe I just saw like a deleted scene or the alternate cut. No, every damn time the goddamn Ewoks win.
Did you like the "you rebel scum"?
That's a great line, like rebel scum.
It's like, oh yeah, it's like just thinking about that, like the line delivery. I'm imagining if that was his first take or his 10th take, like the "you rebel scum," "you rebel scum," "you rebel scum."
Well, it sounds actually too clear. It sounds like it was recorded, like re-recorded in post.
Yeah.
But it really stands out, and it's funny regardless. But just think of like that Imperial officer's career in the Empire to get put on like a bunker base for a shield for the Death Star. He's kind of a nobody. He's never really faced any calamity, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, gee Williker, I get to take on rebels. The battles come to me. What will I say?
Oh,
and he's
shoot.
like,
yes.
He's like thinking for him. Like, aha, I got it.
He's got a journal that he keeps notes on to track down of it. So okay, like, hey there, freeze. No, that's kind of stupid. Okay, halt. Don't take another. No, that's too lame too. He's just going through all the checklists. You rebel scum. That'd be fantastic.
And you know who found that journal? Finn.
Yes. Rebel scum. Yeah, that's what I am.
He's like, you're nothing but scum. He's like, rebel scum. It's like, dude, you literally yesterday you were in our ranks, and now you're like, I'm rebel scum. Like,
yes, and in that same day, he denied being in the rebels ranks. Like, did he just convert that day? Like, I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Ray Kitty?
Okay, says, what's up? It's been a while. So does the Ancient One. Yeah, they haven't seen you around. We ain't seeing you around these parts in damn near fortnight.
Yeah, I got complications with my internet and stuff, so that's why I haven't been uploading often.
He's technically challenged.
Wait, is that from episode 4?
I think that's the droid that exploded, which is funny because it has like a missile thing to shoot out of. Like, I forget. Yeah, there's this little notch thing that if I had the thingy inside, it would just go like and then shoot out and kill a kid because they eat it because they're idiots. Just kidding. No. But yeah,
it's funny. It's funny with Jawas because literally yesterday, I was remembering this memory I haven't thought of in a long time. My son was maybe 18 months old. I didn't have my daughter yet. Nice. Yeah, I got that in the package. What do you call it?
help me.
I got my wife this baby Groot toy, and so I had it set up on the coffee table, and I had a Jawa car from the Hot Wheels line of Disney Stars, the Hot Wheels. And I was so excited to find because it's actually pretty hard to find, even when it was new. Everyone was grabbing that one. And I found it in the wild. I was like, yes, got it. And I sit on the table, and my son sees it right before he supposed to go to bed. And he has like the weirdest, like shocked face, like, oh my God. And he doesn't know what Jawas are. He hasn't been imprinted with Star Wars that much, if at all, besides like the memorabilia in the house. I don't have any Jawa stuff. And he was just like, I've never seen him look like that. Like, even with like more awareness and consciousness as like a 5-year-old now, like he's never reacted that way to a toy or to a show or anything. Like, it was magical. Like, Jesus, like he just, something magical about this little Jawa. And I have a couple of them now, and he's just having fun with it. And I showed him Mandalorian episode 2. because they seen the first one with Baby Yoda, and then they're seeing all the Jawas and Egg, and man, they're just having fun. It's like, see, Star Wars is still fun, man. You know, anyone tells you otherwise, they're just
It's got
quit
its,
watching.
it's got its moments, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's what irritates
fine.
me is like we wanted Star Wars better, and now it seems it's just everyone's looking for a new headline, like, haha, Star Wars sucks. It's like there's 30 plus years to enjoy before Disney. You know, it's like go enjoy it, you know. But everyone just wants to like hate it now. It's weird.
Very true. Do you know who this guy is?
Put him closer.
Let me see if I can do it.
Is he from the assault on Kashyyyk in episode 3?
I have no idea. I swear I've had him since before the prequels. I don't know, but it looks like the guy that was with Chewie, maybe, but I don't know. I think this is an older toy though, like before.
Maybe it's from like it could be like an EU character or a one of the video game characters.
I don't know. I've never seen this one. I actually don't know his name. I never kept any packaging, so I always played the shit out of these toys. So I never really had the nostalgia factor. But it's funny too how you can make them go backward. So like, you know, he can play with his butthole from that end. But Riot Kitty says, I have a bunch of Clone Wars figures, including Padme in that exact outfit. Even got the little set Padme at Disney.
Oh,
Nice.
Send us a picture of that, right, Kitty?
Sounds good. Hell yeah. We got the Bronze Age of Comics. Says, here at last, thank God, thank Greek God Almighty, here at last. Hell yeah. Welcome aboard, Bronze, buddy. What's up? And yep, Ancient One's like, that's awesome as well. And Bronze Age of Comics says, I remember my kindergarten classroom having a full set of old school Star Wars toys. I accidentally broke Darth Vader. Never much into Star Wars, but that Millennium Falcon was sure cool. I missed the early 80s. Yeah. That's cool, man. I was not around that point yet, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky weren't even sperm at that point.
Not even close at that point, but I do imagine that having the movies come out around that time was probably really exciting, especially compared to now, like with comparisons.
No, Nina, no.
I can't do an impression. Oh, that's like all I can think of that he says. You cut out. You're cutting out. You're roboting. Robot Angus. Robot Angus. Are you there? All right. Well, Angus gets his Robotnik technicals figured out. Right, Kitty says, I don't know if I'm correct, but I believe that Wookiee was with Yoda when Order 66 occurred. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think too, but it seemed like I could have sworn I had that toy from forever ago. I had the toy, I swear, before the prequels, but it could have been. It could have been. I have a huge mix of the prequels and original toys, and I don't remember when I got which ones, but you know, from around. Yeah, Angus, let me know. Start talking or something if your internet hopefully kicks back in. You went all glitchy for a second. Is you back? We'll see. Ancient One says, if only we could invent some time machine where we can go back to the era where the awesomeness of the 1980s, the Bronze Age of DC Comics, by then we would ensure it stays that way. Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree, right? Kitty says, I'll do you better, Angus. I already showed them in a video. You can pause to see all of them. And she sent a little link down in the description. Angus, are you back? Oh, nope. He's not back. In fact, he's gone. Oh, no. Oh, no. What shall we do? Jens Perter says, do you believe in love after love? And love after love? Like you're with somebody that you love and then you love somebody else? Is that what you mean? I mean, I feel like that happens with a lot of people where they're like, oh, I love you so much. And then somebody else catches their attention. Ooh, but that one I can also find. So I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure about that. And the Bronze Age says, I use the Star Wars vehicles for my Buck Rogers toys, Fox Pass. Yeah, I did similar things, man. I would mix a lot of my toys. I had Power Ranger toys, the Star Wars toys, and would kind of mix those around and use them as well, combine them. I think I have an old Lando as well, though. I keep all of the extra pieces, all of the weapons and like capes. A lot of them came with capes and robes. I kind of keep that separate so that they don't get lost in any of the bags. Keep them in Ziploc bags. But I got the Lando with his little garb from Return of the Jedi, I think. Still looking all right. I played the shit out of these toys back in the day, everybody. Let's see what he says. He said, LOL, my net is lagging. Be right back in a minute. Gonna give the kids unicorn cookies and pudding. Yes, I found both unicorn items at the same time on accident. Well, awesome, dude. You can come back in just a little bit whenever you are ready. And until then, I shall entertain the audience. So let's see here. Ancient says, oh crap, Black Angus crashed. Yeah, he'll be back in a bit, though. He's all good. The Bronze Age says, Jen's Porter might be referencing a Cher song. Oh, okay. I have not listened to anything Cher, so I have no idea what that is or really who that is. So my bad. I am the rookie critic, and that kind of applies to a lot of movies that I still need to watch. I still have a lot of movies to cross off my list that everybody knows are classics that all film people love, but also with music. I don't always know music that well, so my apologies. Bronze Age says, what did you think of Donald Glover as Lando? I mean, I can't say he was bad as Lando, but it just, the whole movie seemed kind of pointless. So it just, none of it seemed necessary. Like, it's fine as what it was, as far as like his performance would go for Lando. Like, he did an okay Lando, but I didn't care, which is kind of the thing. If I don't care, then what's the point? I suppose. I don't know. He did okay. I wouldn't say he did a horrible performance, but it was an unnecessary performance. We didn't need to have this movie at all. But he did all right. And let's see. Ancient One says, Woot cookies. He's getting cookies, not me. For once, I don't have the cookies. That is Angus right now. He's got those. Jen's Porter says, it was a Cher song, If You Believe in Love, reference to Angus cutout and roboting. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. And says, it's okay, man. I am a dick. That's all good. It's all good. You're not a dick. No. You're good. You're here and stuff. Let's see. Another old Star Wars thing that I got. Yeah, when I was a kid and I was collecting Star Wars toys to play with, I had a bunch, but I would use... Compared to other people, I actually don't have a lot, really. I mean, to me, it's a lot, but to a bunch of other people, it's probably not that much. But I would play with them constantly. So, like, even this toy right now is like kind of flimsy because of how often I played with it. I think it was more stiff when I first had it. But yeah, it's the little AT tank thing. I don't remember what they called this one from back in the day, but it can kind of open up and boom and move all its legs and all its little guns from all around its rear and its front and all that. So I like this one. It's pretty cool. Let's go back. We got our obvious little probe droid, put your pants down, unzip as the probe droid is going to get you. That is a fact. Now, there's like a button on here that launches them up. I think so, unless it's just from the bottom. I don't know if it works anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. There's the latch. That's pretty dumb. I don't feel like bending down to get it. So that's going to be on the floor for now. That is on the floor for now. I got an old piece of the satellite thingies on Hoth that were supposed to fire at them. So, yeah, just a nice little peek into the old collection, you could call it. An Ancient One says, yep, that's what I meant by because Black Angus reviews was grabbing the cookies this time. Yep, indeed. I don't know. What about you guys? You guys have any of your old Star Wars collections from back in the day? And if so, yeah, was it bigger than what my selection is so far, I suppose? I mean, I didn't show everything quite yet, but yeah, all this old stuff. Like, did you actually use them, guys, or did you just kind of keep them, collect them, to not really use that often, because I could never do that. I was always if I'm going to get it, I intend to use it. I would even take things out of Goodwill that were like halfway broken or they're missing an arm, and would sometimes use those still. Like, to me, they still had some type of use. I would still find some way to use them in the way that I would play. Let's see here. So the Braun says, did you chase down any figures that were hard to get? My cousin chased down her Empire Leia. No, actually, I never chased anything down. I would usually either go to Toys R Us back in the day. That'd be like a once in a year trip when I was younger. We wouldn't go there very often at all. We'd just go once a year to pick out something with some of our Christmas money that we would get, and either get like a video game or get a toy or a couple toys. And no, Target usually had quite a bit of what I liked and wanted. Same with the Walmart. The very rare opportunities I went there, which sometimes had different options, so that was nice. But no, I never really was a hunter for certain action figures. Just whatever I would see in the store as a kid, and whatever looked cool, I would want. Even if I didn't know who they were or recognize which episode they're from, I'd still want to get them. So that's how I ended up with this guy, I guess, because I have no idea who he is or what his name is or anything. Jen says, have you got a bursting speeder bike like the one I had? Yes, I do. The speeder bike. I was playing with that a little bit ago. The Return of the Jedi speeder that just goes and breaks. Quite fun.
How do I sound?
Sexy as hell.
Talking about new toys. I usually get new anal beads every year.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, for Christmas money. Yeah, I assumed. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Do you remember this ever being in the movies?
Wait. It's probably Cloud City.
I don't remember it being like visible in a shot. Do you? Like,
no, they had they had rounded ones where for whatever reason there was like two of them connected. I don't know how that worked or what the purpose was, but
I know what guy it goes to. It's a sec. It's an Imperial guy though. It's not one of the Cloud Cities, I don't think, unless this is a different guy.
Maybe you should Google it and show us like what he's supposed to look like in the movie.
This was the green. This was the guy that went with the orange thing, and I have no idea if he's supposed to be Empire or Cloud City. I don't know if that's specific. I assumed Empire.
Does he have like any identification on his foot or the back or anything?
It says
maybe his anus.
It says made in China. That's all I can see.
What about the ship?
Shoot. It does. It's got I can't tell what that says.
Huh. I'm just really interested to see if this is from the movies or not.
It must have been, because I don't know, I got this stuff before I read any of the book. I mean, if it's from the books, I mean, that's possible, I guess, but I have no idea. Oh, and it has a missile thing in it, so I can, shoot at you with it. So I have no idea. Chat, help me out here. I'm struggling. Riot Kitty says, one of the oldest toys I have is a McDonald's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Aster Phoenix and their card launcher. You put it on your wrist like a watch, insert a card, and press the button to launch the card. Yeah, I remember those little types of thingies. That's funny. She says, it's not Star Wars, but yeah, that's the oldest toy. Yep, Ancient One welcomes you back. And Riot Kitty says, I have a little wind-up Star Wars gunship thing, the type where you pull it back and it goes forward. Yeah, those were pretty common. Okay, yeah, the Bronze Age knows. He says, the orange ship was from the films. I forget which one. Yeah, I have no idea. And it's like, it opens up and it has a, has a full thing.
Ooh, you know what it might be? It could be, I don't know if, it's nothing I remember seeing, but it could be like when they come into Cloud City and they're like being escorted. That could be it, because the Imperials are already there, so that might have been the idea, was like it's a Cloud City ship, but Imperials are driving it.
I mean, maybe, but I thought those had like the two cockpits or something.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, is like that's the only ship I remember from Empire. on Cloud City, but there could have been, or
Yeah.
well, no, see, maybe that's a special edition add-on ship. I don't know.
I'll ask Twitter. Twitter might know
Why don't you Google it?
because that's not fun. I could just get the answer by people guessing. I guess it's not efficient, but it's what I'm doing.
That's what I get a kick out of. You know, we all do it here and there because we
Yeah.
don't want to look up something, but it's like, what is this or what does that mean? Or blah blah blah. It's like you literally have the world encyclopedia in your hand. You know,
Angus, can you explain how football works? it's like I could Google this and find an answer in a second, but no, we're not gonna do that.
No, you said that, and you made me stop for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what's this guy up to?
Yes. All right. So Jen says, I'm 44 and had Luke in I'm 44 and I had Luke in white Katie top. What? I'm 44 and had Luke in white Katie top and brown pants. Obi-Wan, Han, and Chewie and Darth Vader speeder bike. It says speedo bike. It's like getting confused. Speeder bike and an X-wing. Don't have them now. Wish I did. Your spelling has made that very funny for me to read, but I appreciate it. That was funny. I like that. The speeder bike. There we go. When you're saying that Luke has a white top, a white Katie top, I'm like, he's wearing like a chick shirt, and what? And then they're in a Speedo with Chewbacca and Darth Vader. It's kind of funny. And Happy Dinosaur says, happy day to you. Yep, we appreciate that. And Riot Kitty saying happy day as well. I'm doing the question to Twitter now. So I don't know. Which movie is this from? In hashtag Star Wars. I keep on forgetting you can hashtag, Angus.
Oh, dude, you gotta work on your hashtag game, man.
Yeah, I'm realizing that's how some people notice things. They just click on a hashtag and then they go, oh, hey, look. And then they also find your stuff. And it's like, oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why hashtag. Excuse me. That's why hashtag Alita Army when I'm crapping on Alita to get their ire because they're always on Twitter. They're worse than Raylos, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Alita. Oh, if there's an Alita sequel, that'll be a funny day.
Dude, man. Part of me hopes there is because it's Disney and it will be woke.
A Disney Alita would be fun, right, guys?
It's like, and then I can like, you got what you wanted.
Yep. What the hell was this thing called?
I don't know the name, but I was actually thinking about that today. For a reason, I was thinking of Star Wars toys, and I was like, dude, it's really weird that you have that one because it's like a pretty like whoever got who do you know that has that toy like our age
I assumed a lot of people. He seems like a donkey. Like a I'll get you to your destination. I don't know. Looks like one. No, it looks kind of like a dinosaur.
Dude, the toy I always wanted from episode 1 was the like that giant anglerfish thing with the
oh ship. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
There was a certain set where it was like the full size toy, for the line. I had like one from Burger King or Taco Bell or something when they had the toys. It was like a wind up one. You like pulled the rope with the ship on it, and it would like wind up into its mouth.
Yeah.
But I never got the full size toy.
Teresa Martin's in the chat, gives us a wave. What's up, Teresa? How's it going? I think she's streaming as well, unless her stream just ended. Happy Dinosaurs saying hello as well, and everybody is saying hello to each other. Mongo's Big think
Ronto.
He knows what it is. A Ronto. Lurk? What? A lurk? I have no idea what that is. What episode is that from, Mongo? I'm really trying to understand because it's like we must have bought this at some point, and I have no idea what the hell it's from.
Wait. Are you sure you didn't mix that up? Like, does it say Star Wars on it or Lucasfilm?
No, it looks like it's Chinese. I have no idea. It says Kenner. It says Kenner, And it says
Okay,
Lucas. It says Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm.
Okay,
That's what that symbol was. I think it's LT. It's LTD. It's Lucasfilm 1990. No, it's a 1990 or 1987. I think it says 97.
Huh. Well, no, for a minute, I thought maybe you mixed up like a Jetsons or Johnny Quest toy in your Star Wars collection. So, like, does it even say Lucasfilm on it?
Yeah, if I got it at Goodwill, that's possible because I mixed up a lot of Power Ranger toys with other things and whatnot as well. Hey, Angus, what's going on? Okay, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. How are you? I don't know.
Wait, do you have any puppets? Because you should totally join Jolly and Kermit.
I don't have any puppets, but I can do voices in front of stupid toys.
Dude, you should totally get a puppet.
I've thought about it. I'll just get a tomato. That's easier. Just get a tomato.
Dude, no, get Bob the Tomato. If they have a Bob the Tomato puppet, but like you can totally be raunchy and like, you know, disgrace the memory of VeggieTales.
No.
You make Doug Maple happy.
Oh no. That's too mean. No. I never watched VeggieTales. I have no fucking clue.
Oh, dude, it's actually, even though I'm an atheist, I still love VeggieTales, like the old ones. I still watch them with kids.
Yeah. The Bronze Age says, okay, I have to ask, what poster is that in the background? Is that Pussycat Dolls poster? Yes, it is, man. Good guess. You know, it's funny. So a long time ago, I'll show my wall a little bit better. I used to share a room with my brother, and we had two loft beds, that were separate, and we just have stuff under our beds, and our loft beds would take up a lot of the wall, and our dressers and stuff would take up quite a bit of it. So we didn't really care what was on the wall. And then when we took those down and he moved out, my wall was just completely blank. It was just completely blank. So I was like, you know what? I got a job, and I've never had posters in my room, so I'll just buy random posters online. And at some point, I was running out of cool ones to get. So I was like, I'll get a sexy one. Why not? And the Pussycat Dolls one looked kind of sexy. So I got that as well. I did have a different one where there's like a half-naked chick that was, all ditzy kind of. And I was just like, that's just like if my nephew comes in and sees this, like, what's that? And I was like, nah, I guess
right.
I'll just take that off. So I was like, no. I gave that to Goodwill.
Oh my god, you could have saved that for your nephew.
It's funny. I'm trying to imagine them trying to sell that at Goodwill, though. Like, here's the poster. Get this, everybody. Like, that'd be funny. I'd like to see that. Let's see. Mongo says that's Ronto. Oh, the Ronto appeared in the special edition of A New Hope. Okay, so
also it's in episode 1.
It's in episode 1, 2?
Yeah, it's a Tatooine creature, from what I know.
Oh, he's talking about this. That's the Ronto. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the origin of this thing more specifically, like it's which episode this is in, what scene, or like who's with, like what.
What year was that on the toy?
I can't tell if it's 87 or 97. I want to say that's 97, but that could be an 8. I think that's a 9 though. 1997 Lucasfilm Kenner, made in China. All
right, I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Angus has left us again while I shoot you with the the thingy from whatever the hell this is from. I don't know. It's got to be from Star Wars because with the Star Wars stuff, but I have no idea. And it comes, shoots apart, wings spread out. I have no idea. I never kept packages to keep track of that stuff. Let's see. The Jen says the red ship, I think, is one of Princess Leia's foster dad uses, I think. Okay, so that would be from his planet, maybe? From Alderaan? Maybe. I don't know. 'Cause, it seemed to me mostly from those. And yeah, Mongo says, I got no clue what that orange ship is. Yeah, it seems to be a mystery. I posted it on Twitter because I'm lost. I have no idea. Yeah, he says, it was good of them to give that indeed. Yeah. It was goodwill to give that indeed. Yes. Happy Dinosaur says, remember to share and chomp the like button. Thank you for the reminder. Happy Dinosaur. I never tell people to do that for some reason. I never say, hey, remember to share and like and all that stuff, subscribe. But we all know about these douchebag lizards, right? They're around. I thought when people said they're called do-bag lizards, I thought they were joking because for some reason, just like I think I heard it on South Park. They're like, we wanted to have a bunch of do-bag lizards in the background. And I thought it was like a South Park made-up word for a Star Wars character for fun. But nope, that's the name of the things, do-bag lizards, right? I mean, I could be wrong still, but I don't really double-check this stuff. But I think that's what people know them as do-bag lizards. I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. All by myself, please. Yep. I don't know that song. So I don't know how to sing that. The Bronze says, has to be 97 because Star Wars toys were made in the late 80s. Okay, yeah, probably 97 then. It's like it's written in orange too, and it's all scrunched up tiny. And I could clearly tell it's 19 for the one, but then the other one is like close to the other 9, so it's like 1997. Anybody just coming in, help find out where the hell this is from as far as Star Wars goes, because it's with the Star Wars stuff. So it looks Star Wars like a Star Wars ship, but Cloud City maybe, Tatooine maybe, New Hope maybe. He said a New Hope or the special editions, and that's for the Rontos, not for this thing. So I don't know. Raging Rhino, I haven't had you in here yet on a stream on my channel yet. I'll send you one. I'm going to try to do streams once a week, you guys. And, I'll try to do some of them solo, but then I'll bring people on like for the second half of it. And, I'll just kind of change up whom to bring on, just random people, different times, and see what happens. Just randomly. I didn't know that you were a YouTuber, Raging Rhino, until like yesterday. So let's see. I think I saw you on Lethal Lightning. So yeah, if you're free, pop in. If not, it's cool. Angus is coming back in a little bit. Yeah. So that's cool. Hey, happy up to the dinosaur. Cool. Yeah. So the origin of this thing still unknown. We'll find that out later, I suppose. What else do we got here? You guys want to see some a bunch of Lukes? I literally have an entire Luke and Anakin bin. It's like the Skywalker bag. The Skywalker bag, because there's just all the Skywalkers in there. Not counting Vader, of course, because that's his own thing. It's his own Darth Vader. I used these in my Game of Tomatoes, a skit that I made a long time ago, as the Skywalkers to parody the White Walkers. You get the Skywalkers, so that was my idea of being clever, pretty much. Yeah, had different Lukes. To be honest, I actually didn't really care for the Luke toys all that much when I was younger. I cared more for like the Obi-Wans, Qui-Gons, the other random Jedi that have 3 seconds of a scene in Episode 2. I like those ones. Oh yes, I also got. I did get the Old Man Luke for the purpose of my Game of Tomatoes stop motion skit trilogy last year, but no. Yeah, he says that he's at work at the moment. Okay, that's cool. It's all good, Raging Rhino. It's all good. Get you next time. Let's see. The one I used most when I was younger was the Return of the Jedi one, I think. Mostly because the lightsabers could fit his hands well enough. Otherwise, I wouldn't use them too often. And honestly, most of the lightsabers that I had in my stock, I suppose, I don't know if this one came with a lightsaber, but none of them fit his hands. His hands are too big. Like, they don't usually fit him. They kind of fit, but they when they wobble when you are using the toy, it gets kind of stupid. So I was like, not really a fan of doing that. But I was able to use other, like the olive swords that you'd have in drinks, like the little olive swords. My mom had a bunch of those and would give them to me so I can use them for lightsabers for the Star Wars toys, which they make a pretty good replacement. Which it's a little too far away for me to grab at the moment. When I get a guest popping in, again, I'll go and show you guys the olive swords that I would attach with these puppies. Let's see here. We had the Little Annie. We had Little Annie. Little Annie. We all love Little Anakin, right? Right. The best pilot in the galaxy. Jen says the Skywalkers, Disney... The Skywalkers, Disney must be watching. Oh, yes, most likely. But there is no Rey Skywalker in there. It's just the Skywalkers that are actually Skywalkers, not no Rey Skywalker. Never had a Shmi because I didn't think they ever had a toy of that. I don't know why there really would be, but I suppose so you can do the scenes that of which she's in. But whatever, they make a toy out of anything. I think I have the toy of the guy of like the Rancor Keeper. Like out of all the toys, I have like the Rancor Keeper as one of them. Yet no Rancor. Did not have the Rancor toy. I remember they had a bunch of the old random extra characters that I don't even know if they have lines. There's like this green dude. Where's that pile? Here we are. Yeah, I have no idea who this guy is or what he does, if he has any significance in the story. I don't even know, is he a bounty hunter? Is he just a random dude in the cantina? But I got the toy for it. I guess I found something with that from back in the day. Yeah, so what's up, Frank the Shahan? God damn it. Okay, your name's get confusing because I want Adam, right? That's the real one, Frank and the Shahan Wiener Dog Clan. What's up, Frankie? All right, bark, arf. Hell yeah, what's up, brother? It's been a while. But yeah, like I don't even know. I'm a Star Wars guy, of course, but I don't know what the hell a lot of these guys were from. I don't know, like which episode, what was their name? I'm lost. Even this guy must have been like another bounty hunter in that one scene where Vader has bounty hunters, but I don't remember. This doesn't seem like it was with the prequel era of toys. He's got a weird elongated head, kind of. I assume because he's wearing a super tight eye patch. Jesus Christ, look at that. It's a tight eye patch. Not very fun. His hands were small, so I never used him too much because lightsabers or guns wouldn't really fit in his hands. So he just kind of was one of the at the bottom of the bin pile of toys. Did not use him too much at all. Let's see who's in here. Yeah, super fan Adam Shahan. Okay, yeah, Adam. I was like Frank, but I'm like that. His real name isn't Frank. It's Adam or just the dog. You got me confused. Kind of forgot which one was the real name. And he says he's Prune Face. Yeah, Prune Face seems like a decent title for this guy. I had no idea what his name is, or I assume he was a bounty hunter. But I don't know. But I never had the Rancor, but I did have the fat dude that's topless that was crying over his death, the Rancor Keeper. Like, this was a toy that they sold. And I was like, I got to get that one. And totally got it. Oh, just in time. Hey, fatty. My milkshake brings all the myself. And life is better than yours. Bing, 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 bing. Do you ever...
You show that because...
Go ahead.
No, I never had the Rancor Keeper, but it's funny you show that because some of Battlefront. I was playing Battlefront 2, and I don't ever remember playing in Jabba's palace. I didn't know that was a map.
Yep, that's a map.
And you can go through the Rancor pit. Well, I never remember that in the missions. I
don't think it was a mission ever. It wasn't a mission ever, but you can do one on instant action, I think.
Yeah, see, I never played it. I always played Mos Eisley so I could do the heroes, play as Darth Maul.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I left was because I was looking up like Kinder toys and stuff. All I could find was the twin pod ship, and then I was watching Empire when they go to Cloud City, and they only have the twin pods escort them. Maybe it shows up in a later scene, but I don't recall that ship at all.
It's weird. It could be from something else, but I don't know. It looks like the guy that's in it looks like he could be an Imperial, like one of the green guys, or one of the guys in the suit. And the ship looks like it could be on Cloud City, Tatooine, or something. I don't know. But this dude is I don't know what the hell he's from either. I think he's from Hoth, but I don't remember seeing this guy.
He's a bounty hunter.
Oh, he's one of the bounty hunters?
Yeah.
He looks like he hit his head really hard, and he's got he had a tooth removed, so he's got to have the thing to keep his jaw closed or something. That's what came to my mind when I see him. But no, it's another silly random toy that I don't know why I bought it, or if I got that as a gift. Even I don't know. I know I didn't ask for it. I don't think I asked for it. I'm going to say hi to the chat again real quick. More people came on in as you came in. While Angus is fapping. I'm just kidding. Mongo says, Peanut Head. Yeah, the one dude I was showing with the pirate eye. Yeah, it's Peanut Head, man. Jen says Disney thought it needs a Mary Sue, Ray Skywalker. The green one, I think, is a bartender. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The random green guy that I got that I don't remember being in the actual movies. Curtis YZ's here. What's up, dude? He says, Hail Rancor, Crier, and Ricky Kurdick, and Black Angus. Love that Rancor guy. Yeah, dude, it was more emotional seeing him cry to the death of his Rancor than a lot of things in the sequel trilogy. Quite a bit. But that's all good. Smooth Jam California says, the orange ship is Java's pleasure barge. Java? You mean Java or Java? What? Oh, is it Java's pleasure barge? The orange ship is Java's pleasure barge. Not sure. It's possible though. Right now, it could be because we don't know. It could be. Could be.
I'm gonna call fake news on that one. I think he's just giving you something silly.
Perhaps, but until it's proven wrong, it's an option. We'll see. Happy says, "Can I get one of you people to subscribe to my pal Orange Hat? I said to my pale orange, to my pal Orange Hat reviews. Hell yeah, subscribe to Orange Hat reviews, guys. I think I'm already subbed to him. I would think. Let's see. And we got Riot Kitty says Angus is black now. We know he's black. Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, he is.
You know what's funny too? Sorry. You're reading.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, it's funny too is I'm cleaning up my house and stuff, and I found this BB-8 like journal that I got at Target that I pretty much never used. And like in the front, I have like notes or something. In the back, I have like topics. I have like concepts for videos or movies I want to review. I'm like, these need to be reviewed. Like, no one's talking about them in the fandom. And I forgot. I thought about this off and on. It's like, man, I need to hurry up and make this. 1980, the year of Angus. And it's like, holy shit, I'm watching Empire and just other stuff. I got a Back in Black shirt. And I'm just like, man, I got to hurry up and make this before my birthday. It's going to be fun. It's a fun project. I've told you about it. I don't know if you recall.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it before. I think that you mentioned it. Let's see. Mongo said that he found the solution to the ship. Trying to see if I can find it though. I'm not seeing it come up here.
He said it's. He posted the eBay link on your tweet.
Yep, I'm looking for it. It wasn't coming up in my notification bar for some reason, but Angry Toy Box also had it. Yeah, it's a cloud car. The expanded universe. Okay, my head was not playing tricks on me. I didn't know that they sold expanded universe specific toys back in the 90s, early 2000s. Yep, that's the toy. That's the toy. Comes up as it is. That's the toy.
So what is that from?
That's from the expanded universe. Let's see where it's from. With firing proton. I have no idea which series. It says expanded universe. Cloud car. Let's see if I can zoom in. Arts, Star Wars, Kenner. Yeah, I can't see which book series it's from, but yeah, it's the expanded universe. Information on the back. I don't know, but it's just showing extra pieces. It says assault wings and airfoils deployed during attack mode, and open cockpit, and pilot takes the controls, and you fire the missile. Pew pew. Oh, here we go. There's a description. It says the cloud car. Cloud cars are atmospheric vessels that employ both repulsor lifts and ion engines, filling the important gap between airspeeders and starfighters. Functional in many ways, twin cockpit patrol cars escorted the Millennium Falcon and her crew on Cloud City during The Empire Strikes Back. It was here that Darth Vader had Han Solo frozen in carbonite, while Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and 3PO were held prisoners of the Empire. The single cockpit Cloud Car was designed and built based on production sketches found in The Art of Star Wars. Its brainchild was renowned Star Wars artist Ralph McQuarrie. Oh, cool.
Yeah, man. Ralph McQuarrie's like, you sound like you didn't know the name. Like,
Yeah, I know the name, but I never saw it written, so I don't know,
okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let's say, like, yeah, like they still make stuff based off of his concept art. Like, I had the Boba Fett. No, I had the Darth Vader bust from Gentle Giant for a while of his.
That's cool.
So like
Yeah,
when you see like the angry Darth Vader, like the helmet looks angry, like looks emotional.
Yeah.
That's from McQuarrie's like first concepts.
Okay. That's good to know. It's good to know. The Ancient One says Obi-Wan to Yoda as he's smoking death sticks. Master Yoda, I thought you were better than this. Yeah, he's a dirty dog. A dirty dog. Happy Dinosaur says the toy bounty hunter with the bandage on his head is named Danger. Boba Fett was his best man at his wedding. What? This dude had Boba Fett as his best man, apparently, Angus. That's funny. That's funny.
Well, see, that's one of those I'm reading. I'm like, this could legitimately be a EU story, or it could be fake news to mess with their minds.
It could be. That's
coronavirus news.
Coronavirus. Oh no. Yep. Exactly.
Hold on, I gotta yell at my kid.
I did. Oh, sorry. Yep. Oops. Frank, the Wiener Dog clan says Angus and Rookie rule.
Hey, thanks,
bro.
Frank.
True that, brother.
The Shawhan's family.
Respect, brother. Respect.
Oh, speaking of Empire and stuff, so like the new Star Wars comic series, I haven't followed it since like I think I read the first couple issues. It's on issue 4 now. Apparently Leia was also frozen in carbonite in a useless filler, story in between 5 and 6, and it's like, why? She gets away with Luke, but apparently there's this whole story of like the X-wing he has wasn't just an X-wing; it was his X-wing from crashing that he like got back, and he's like sentimental about it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was reading this whole plot of this new comic, and I'm just like, why do they have to fill in every nook and cranny of the timeline? Like, this is leave mystery. It's more fun,
Yeah, I do like having mystery as well. It does get quite old after a while when it's the same type of stuff all the time. Or, I mean, not the same stuff. I mean, when they fill it in and it's like, okay, why do I need to know that? Yeah, it gets annoying. The Bronze Age of DC comic says, which Jedi or Sith would win in a battle royale? My vote is for Baby Yoda.
I'm excited for adolescent Yoda.
Teen angst Yoda.
Kind of like Teen Groot. I'm waiting for that. Maybe there'll be a new series after episode 9.
That would be kind of funny, I admit. You got Vader here without his helmet. You want to see, kid? No? He's scary?
Oh no, we watch scary stuff.
Look into my eyes, little boy. He's going to get you.
It's funny, I used to scare my son pretty much since he was like 2 months old.
Yeah.
Kind of like condition him.
Yep.
And it's worked pretty well. Now he just laughs when he gets scared, mostly. Unless it's something like actually scary, like spiders or bugs, something like that. My daughter, though, I never really scared her. I'm late to scaring her, but she's already kind of come around really easy to like getting scared on masks and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I scare her by like when she tries to scare me, I'll like overreact screaming like, oh my god, so she freaks out from that when she's trying to scare me.
That's funny.
She always puts on I got this Darth Vader mask from like Hot Topic with like the mesh on the eyes is gone and like the little tips on the face piece is gone, but she loves putting it on and like going rawr and stuff, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
That's pretty funny. That's great. Yeah, this is a Jango Fett headless.
Wait, did it come that way?
No, I keep all the detachable pieces for the most part in little Ziploc bags. separate from everybody so they don't get lost or broken.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep them all in a separate thing. You said there's a Ziploc bag with heads and helmets and capes and stuff. So,
No, I'm saying, did they sell a toy of headless Django? Or did you break the head off?
Oh, it's a magnet.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
Yeah, so you can chop his head off just like in the movies.
I like that. That's cool, man.
So
Like they don't got the balls anymore.
Yeah, you see the magnet?
No, I thought that was just like you ripped his head off.
No,
so it'd be movie accurate.
I didn't go that far. The ancient one says, so the rookie critic, imagine of what would happen if people say Master Yoda to smoke a huge bag of death sticks right in front of Obi-Wan Kenobi to rethink the Jedi Order. What would you do? I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I've not smoked anything in my life. So yeah, I'm a
Don't
little
lie, man. You smoked a few pulls.
I look like I've smoked a lot in my life, but I haven't, I swear. I'm a good boy. I don't do that.
Hey, you know what? I'll put this up there. If there's a picture of me that people will get a kick out of knowing what I look like now. In high school. I got to think of a goal for people to like try to rally to get me to, for them to earn the chance to see it. But it'd be really funny.
Yeah, I think so too. Hold on. Can you hold the fort for a sec? I gotta get some popcorn for somebody because the cat's on the lap, and you know the rules about cats on laps. So, or I can play. I'll play a video for a sec. That'll give you time.
Yeah, because my kids pop in randomly, and I'm like, go away.
Just a sec. Let's see here. What's a funny one? Oh, you like this one.
Wow. Did Ricky just really have a clip of a guy's face and shit 2 or 3 times, and it just stops playing? I think you played that for me, though. It was more for me than y'all. Let me see what's going on in the chat. I'm on my phone, so if you've never used StreamYard on your phone, it kills your battery, and it's hard to follow what's going on. Hey, Curtis, how's it going, man? I haven't chatted in a while. Although we did have a good laugh at Alita. Curtis is a guy with shit face. Oh, it's the little stuff in life. The yellow one. Jen, just point out what you're talking about with this yellow bounty hunter. Disney trilogy. What do you mean by that, Curtis? Looks like all of Disney trilogy doesn't count anymore. What exactly? Okay. Oh, Riot, you were scared of Savage Opress getting buff? I'll have to rewatch that. Yeah, I think it was kind of... I'm not sure how old you are, so I'm not sure how old you were when that scene came out, like when it was fresh or when you saw it, but... Yeah, I guess, people's temperament generally of Star Wars to something kind of a different sect like that, with the Force and magic and all that. I guess it could be jarring. I'm weird, though. I love the bad guys ever since I was a kid. I love bad guys. I love, like in Jurassic Park, I'm rooting for the Velociraptors. So, yeah, I got a different temperament, even from an early age, so a lot of stuff didn't scare me in that way. I was, like, rooting for the bad and the dark and the evil. It usually never went my way. Let me see. Yeah, the hallucination in Empire though, that is a weird one. It's crazy. When the older you get, the more little things you pick up on. Where it's like, oh, I get it. He's got to like fight himself. I get the analogy. Frank, yeah, I've been all right. Got a different job and stuff, but it's kind of been
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for holding the fort, Angris.
Hey, what's up, Ricky?
Appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I did.
You just went and left. What? Good thing I came back when I did, I suppose. How's everybody doing again? There we go. Okay. There you go.
Sorry. No, I hit done. I meant to hit X for looking at the chat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's like, ah!
All right. That's all good, everybody. I'm back. I'm not black, but I do got a Pikachu. If you stare at the face long enough, it gets scary. Try scared Angus away. Guess. Oops. Oopsies. Okay, I'm going to catch up with the chat, see how you guys are doing. Yeah, the yellow one is a bounty hunter. You see him in episode 7. Episode 7, maybe. What's up with that?
Sorry, that was embarrassing.
I scared you away with Pikachu. Oops.
No, it's funny though. I was just thinking about what Curtis was saying about Disney trilogy, EU, and all that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like, besides maybe episode 7, as far as like for me, I'm not sure about you exactly, but for me, prequels are my Star Wars. That's how I got into Star Wars. That's where I get the most joy out of Star Wars. And there's so many nuggets and so many things that like, the meaning expands or adds, all this stuff for the saga, or like I'll get new things that I didn't pick up on, all the behind the scenes stuff, everything. It's just so many layers and angles to take with that trilogy and the saga in general.
Yeah.
Or it's like, man, and besides episode 7 with, if that's like your first Star Wars, I can see the kind of, it's like a simple new start, but it's kind of reminiscent of 4, where it's like, if you're going with family that is in Star Wars, they're like kind of holding your hand to start this new journey. But like just the general Disney additions to the saga, it's like, what you and me are just like, we're talking about games that are like 15 plus years old. We're talking about like toys and shit, stuff that was older than we are, finding them at thrift shops and stuff. The excitement, like, where is that for new Star Wars?
It don't exist.
Like, I go to thrift shops and I'll see like new Star Wars. I'm like, or I'll see the logo and I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, nah, never mind. Like,
Right, you go.
I'm always toy hunting. And yeah, plus, there's the argument that like kids don't play with toys now, which is bogus.
They don't play with them correctly. They just need to learn.
Yeah, there's that too.
You don't play with toys going, duh, duh, duh. You got to set them up with their swords and lightsabers in there, and then you got to line them up and get them ready to battle. You can control their feet and their arms at the same time. And you do a flip, and
How
you do it.
Like I was tuning in the High Council the other day, and I haven't followed them in a while because EVS and Jeremy gone. It's just doesn't have the magic. But there's like right when I popped in, they're talking about toy sales, and I don't know if it was the overall or if it was yearly, but I think it was overall money made by Star Wars, and it was like broken down. It was like almost half of it was merchandise, toys. And
it was I think it was like, I forget what billion number they said was the total, but no, a full third was the toys, and then like the rest to equal the half was the video games.
Oh, okay, yeah, but like, maybe it was just the color or the size on my screen, but
yeah,
it's like, and they're talking about Fortnite. Like, if kids don't play with toys, why are they selling Fortnite if they're just playing video games? Why is Minecraft? It's like, it's totally spot on point. That actually permeates more than the video games. Like kids, my son got a freaking from a thrift shop a little Minecraft kitty cat, a stuffed animal, and it's like he's never played Minecraft, and I don't play Minecraft, so but it's a way to permeate in his mind outside of that format. And so it's like, where is that for, like they did with episode 7 for was that Disney Infinity or whatever? They had like the Kylo figure, but they just dropped the ball in that one. Like all these angles you could do to like permeate into the minds, besides like hitting billion plus at the box office. Like the Mandalorian has some hope, and you got Baby Yoda, But if like Baby Yoda is like your strongest, like okay, just think if the Ewoks was the lasting impression of the original trilogy, or if Jar Jar was the lasting impression of the prequels. That's what Baby Yoda is kind of right now. Even though I like Baby Yoda, and he has this like unfulfilled narrative purpose thus far, that you don't know where his story's gonna go. What part he plays?
At least it's just one Baby Yoda, too. At least it's just one.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, is like the cutesy kid element. Like if that's the biggest image of your addition to the saga, then like what have you really done?
Right. Nothing like puppy.
Like fractured Kylo Ren helmet should be like the image of or the Mandalorian. Or I guess they're trying to co-opt Ahsoka, but
trying to. That's gonna fail.
But yeah, in general, it's like, I would say Baby Yoda is probably their strongest image thus far, with like the actual 8 years they've owned it.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I agree. Since you watched The Mandalorian, I know he takes his swingity thing off at the end. Do you think that was a smart move at the end of season 1?
Are you talking about his helmet?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the context, it's with the robot, which is kind of obvious the way they set it up, where it's like, well, I gotta take off my helmet, and it's like, well, it's a robot, so it's not alive. Like, I already figured that out. Once like the problem is set up, I don't see a problem. I think there could be more mystery, because you could always argue, well, Pedro Pascal's under the helmet, but he's actually supposed to be, I don't know, like a shapeshifter bounty hunter, or Cad Bane type of, he could be any humanoid species in Star Wars, but you never really confirm. You kind of have that double D aspect, or what is the woman's name, the secretary in Powerpuff Girl? Like, you never see her face.
No idea.
I can't remember her name, but like it's like a small insignificant thing, but it kind of keeps you drawn. We're like, maybe this week they'll show under Double D's hat, or they'll show.
It's like the Home Improvement, the neighbor.
Wilson, yeah.
The mystery, again, it's the mystery of it, and that's kind of what I was thinking. The fact that they're going to have more seasons, though, is like, so now that you've revealed his face in the show, I mean, what's the point of always having the helmet on? Is that why they did it, so that he doesn't keep it on all the time? Like.
I don't know. I think narratively it was kind of dumb. It's giving in. This is where you get like This is where you get people kind of disdainfully talking about fans, or it's like, oh, they serviced the fans, they gave them what they wanted. They gave Arya and Gendry fucking in Game of Thrones. They gave that to the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of see that. At least in this context with Mandalorian, it's like, it didn't really help. Like, if anything, it's cooler that you don't know what Boba Fett looks like under his helmet. It just makes you wonder. All
you know is that he's probably a male.
Yeah, especially he doesn't talk. Really. Well, they added lines, but he never was like a talking character.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got into watching the show, but that was an aspect that I thought was interesting. If they kept it as like an anonymous type of character, you don't really know who he is, and he's the protagonist. That's a interesting way to do it. So, yeah. Curtis YZ says, it's not where most of the joy is for me, but it completely revitalized my love for Star Wars. Still love the prequels, but made me go back before the prequels were over and fully we're over and fully get the original trilogy pretty much. Yeah. Yep, I agree. Yeah, I'm at a point where I don't need Star Wars content anymore, really. Like, there is plenty that already exists, and it's like, I don't know, it'd be cool if they made some new, cooler stuff that I can enjoy as well, but if they don't, I'm not surprised. So, hopes aren't up.
What one? Hey, watch your show. No, it's funny you said that because there's actually this idea floating in my head. Kind of, you and me getting these deep discussions about this. And I'm not going to reveal everything here in this chat, but I was thinking, and part of it, even though I'm a prequel fan, there's this idea for a video. The title got working in my head is "The Fatal Flaws of Star Wars." And it wasn't gonna be like the fatal flaw, but then like, there's a couple kind of angles I got, so it's, but one of them is the prequels. And it, like, regardless if he made it about Anakin and Obi-Wan or if he made them kind of cameo characters for actual new characters to like tie into the original trilogy, and you just kind of briefly see their story, to not, get to not lose suspense for the characters or any of that.
Yeah.
Like the way the original trilogy is written, it is a concise 3-part hero's journey story. Even though it's a lived-in universe, you're kind of jumping into a point that's got a before and after this story. It's meant to be an all-world story. It's reflective of like every culture's journey, hero's journey in their mythology, and that's really it. It's not something to really be explored, but he left it open. And then looks like, well, no, I want to tell the stuff that I didn't get to tell before with like technology. And so that's kind of the other drawing aspect. Aside from the technology and the pure, crisp look of the prequels compared to the original, even though the original is like a more advanced stage, you also got like narratively, you got like this simple kind of allegory. Now it's like, oh, this is just part of a universe, and here's like a more complicated gray time before this point. It gets simple for some reason, but then it gets complicated again, and yeah, it's just, it compounds itself. I think the setup of the original trilogy with this allegory aspect, this mythology aspect of like teaching a lesson or something, kind of undercuts the whole storytelling of the saga, because you're like beholden to this simple lesson of like redemption and all that, and goodness, and the good guys win. But then you see like full context. It's like, yeah, the good guys win, quote unquote, but they actually were just half of the story of like the religion's rules, and the good guys aren't supposed to win. And so it's all complicated, and it's self-defeating,
Mm-hmm.
So I want to dig into that, make a video. It'll
be interesting to see what you yank up there. Conjure. That shall be interesting, indeed. Culture Casino says this proposed Star Wars show sounds like a bad idea. Talking about what you mentioned, or something else? The new?
I don't know. I saw an upcoming live from the Bullshitters. Something about a. Yeah. I'm on the phone. You want to say hi to my friend?
Yeah.
Say hi. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
My name's Kiki Snow.
Yeah, it's Kiki Snow. Yeah. You say hi to my friend Jeff?
He had a.
Hi. You like
say hi? Say hi to my friend Rookie Critic.
Hello.
Hello.
Why are y'all talking weird? I don't know why they're talking weird today.
Hello.
I left them watching regular show, and I guess they picked up something stupid. I don't know.
A Star Wars.
Yeah, we're talking about Star Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars. What is that?
It's his toys. You know how I got toys?
Yeah.
My friends got toys of Star Wars too.
What does that mean?
Tell them about your Star Wars toy you were playing with, Lucas.
The color engineer.
You know your job with cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them about it.
So Joel did like this when that guy do this. It's him, the mother.
Okay.
Mhm. It's pretty cool. That's awesome.
All right, hold on.
It's pretty badass. Yep. So Curtis YZ says, so that's what's nice about the prequels for sure. Showed me the bad guys can win. Yeah, exactly. The opposites attract. Hi, Angus's little one, says Culture Casino. There we go. Culture Casino says, Jeff, you have an awesome collection. Yeah, much appreciated. I hardly call it a collection. These are like toys that I played with as a kid. I never kept them in reserve to be looked at. I played with all of them. Like, they were all just a full-on battleground for playing with, for the most part. Curtis YZ says, hi there. Kind of sounds like, yeah, pretty much. And yep, Curtis YZ says, LOL, younglings. Yep, indeed. We're actually going to be wrapping it up here in just a couple minutes. Curtis YZ says,
sorry for...
all
Yeah,
good.
my younglings. Yeah.
Yes, the younglings. That's the vibe there. Yeah, Coltrino says that's what he got. Played with all these. Exactly. Yeah, I can never keep. Did you ever buy any to just not play with? Because I can never do that. It was like, nah, I'm gonna play with these.
Well, like the first Star Wars toy I collected in the package, I think was like a 501st Trooper from the 30th anniversary set where it had like the coin in the package.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that was the first one I just collected. It was because I was at an age when it came out. So that was 2007. So I was like 14 or 15. You know, so episode 3 came out when I was like 12. So it was still like the age I could play with toys, and I did a little bit because it was Star Wars. But yeah, once I got to like 15 or so when that toy came out, I was just like, like I love Star Wars and I want this, but I'm not gonna play with it. It'd just be a waste to rip it out of the package. So I just happened to tack it on the wall. My grandma collected like hot rod cars and like Hot Wheels and stuff in the package, but I didn't know anything about Star Wars collecting at all. So it was just kind of coincidental that I collected Star Wars toys. And now, of course, in fandom and talk about Star Wars all the time. But yeah, my fandom. I thought about doing a video about this, just recollecting my fandom, like I told you about. Maybe give people some perspective, because I think there is some problems with the fandom menace, and our like kind of angle what's united all of us is kind of like self-defeating for longevity and actual like cohesive goal. But
like response from the company to change to how we want them to, kind of.
Well, like that was the intent of the fandom, I think, was to like make our voices heard against the media after the post-Trump media that was against anybody. But we had an angle of like we want things better, but it's just kind of just stayed stagnant with this like just hating everything. And it's like at some point it's like, well, if you don't like 60+% of the product they give you, you should probably quit getting. If you had like a 40% like rate at a restaurant, it's kind of your fault the food's shitty.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, man, I keep eating this shitty food.
Right.
And that's kind of the problem I think with a lot of Star Wars fandom is if that's how you feel, then quit eating at the restaurant.
Right.
Find new stuff or go back to the stuff you liked. Go find an old recipe. That's where I'm at.
Go back to the 90s.
So like I literally am. It's like most of my toys are prequel era, and I love the prequels, and it's great to wake up and look at my wall and be like, man, the prequels, it makes me happy. And then I play prequel era games and stuff, and you got the whole EU to read about, and you can exist with two different timelines of like, oh, this is a Disney canon add-on, this is the extended universe that Lucas was a part of allowing. There's a lot to enjoy. Why live miserable?
In doodly deed, my friend, in doodly deed. And with that, why don't you tell people where they can find you? I just posted your link in the chat. People might not remember you. Who is this? Bracket Angris. And what's he doing? What's he up to? Refresh the audience.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've ever done this. Yeah. Yeah, Black Angus, clearly I love Star Wars. I love film in general. I like to talk about it. Also gotten heavy into comics because of Comicsgate and working on a Comicsgate project, #MathGator. Be on the lookout for that stuff. You can help support me, monetarily, whatever, for my goal with my Comicsgate project. Because I got to pay artists and stuff. So, if you back me either on the live stream at some point when I get back to that, or Teespring, get merch or something, have something in return for helping me out. That's what I'd rather y'all have, get something back to just throwing money at me. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make stuff just like Rookie. I'm trying to do it through Comicsgate. And I think that's what the feminists need to do, is do stuff like Rookie. And actually, if you got a problem with Hollywood, there's nothing stopping you from making amateur films and seeing where it can go. The guy who made Shazam started out as an amateur horror filmmaker on YouTube, and he won a contest or something, and then he got a horror movie, then he got Shazam. So I don't think Shazam's great, but it's not a bad film technical wise, and if you just get some luck and talent, will get you a long way. So let's help Rookie, and let's find other people like Rookie that want to make stuff.
Hell yeah. Hail Angus. Hail the beef. That's what we do. Hail the cow. Moo, moo. Sub to Angus. His link is in the chat. Curtis YZ says, Hail MathGator. Got a shirt. They are BA. Yeah, Black Angus people love it. Okay, cool. I was like BA, but okay.
I think he's saying they're badass. People love it.
I was saying black ass. Every time it's back, I just replace it with black. Ron says, gotta go. Sorry, having upload issues. Nah, dude, it's all good. We're just closing out anyway. As we close out, I'm going to show my trailer that I had posted like a week or two ago. I'm going to be posting a new one this weekend, Angus. So why not show?
I'll be sure not to watch.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your support.
I'm starting.
Oh yeah, baby. I don't know about you guys. I sure as hell feel like cracking some skulls up in here. Yeah. My God. What have we done? Yeah, I remember the pictures they showed us last time, and oof. Those are not pretty.
Sure as hell wasn't as bad then as it is now. Movies these days are such garbage. It affects everything.
Everyone always desires something. It sounds like this box is quite powerful.
Surely there must be some way you could stop them.
All right, Mom.
Are we going to address how bizarre it was that these NPCs attacked us tonight? And how this woman has powers and has wings?
Am I high? I mean, could it be some kind of android or a cyborg or maybe some kind of clone? It's possible. A shapeshifter? Those things even exist? Quiet, robot. I'll crush you. Maybe you can use a different gun?
What the heck is going on? Who are you people?
For those that survive the attack, guys, perhaps it might be best for you to stay off the internet. For a few days anyways, guys.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, with that robot line, like, I crush your robot.
There's going to be a robot Jeff in this.
Oh shit! Now is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be like obvious like Mechagodzilla, or is it gonna be like Terminator? It's like Inception.
I mean, these movements will probably his movements and speech will tell you that he is a robot. And his name is Jeff.0. So yes.
No. Are the people interacting with Jeff.0? Are they? Is it something where like the audience can tell, but the characters don't?
Well, he mostly interacts with that one guy, so he always calls him a robot.
Okay.
It's kind of a comedic relief. Like, it's a douchebag. Like,
I love it.
is this douche. That's pretty much that.
Now, will people get a feel for like 3PO and R2? It'll be kind of like this like odd couple feel to it.
No, because it won't last long enough, unfortunately. But we'll see. I'll show some more spoilers. Not really spoilers, but I'll show a little bit more about the Rookies Legends, and either on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know quite yet. Some people are still sending me footage, so we shall see. We shall see. But thank you all for coming by. I'll probably do another stream next week at some point. I don't know when or what or why or how. We'll see. So sub to Angus, links in the chat, and y'all have a good diggity day. Where the hell is that video? God damn it, that's why I can't find it. I'm trying to play video to close out. Okay, shit. Okay, there we go.